Hey RRs, I'm Sumitra Lalia and I'll discuss the 13th chapter, Room for Error of the book The Psychology of Money, written by Morgan Housel.
Housel in this chapter tries to explain the importance of room for error in any plan. He says the most important part of any plan is planning on your plan not going according to the plan. Room for error allows us to tolerate a variety of possible outcomes, while endurance allows us to remain around long enough to benefit from a low probability event. People underestimate the need for room for error in almost everything they do that involves money. Stock analysts give their clients price targets, not price ranges. Economic forecasters predict things with precise figures, rarely broad probabilities. The pundit who speaks in unshakable certainties will gain a larger following than the one who says, "We can't know for sure," and speaks in probabilities. Bill Gates understood this well. When Microsoft was a young company, he came up with an incredibly conservative approach to have enough money in the bank to pay a year's worth of payroll, even excluding any payments coming in. This can also apply to our retirement plan. What if our investments don't proceed as planned, resulting in reduced future returns? The solution is simple: leave room for error when forecasting future returns. Housel employs a simpler approach. He says, "I assume that the future returns I'll get in my lifetime will be 13% lower than the historic average. As a result, I save more, expecting that the future will be similar to the past. It's safety net for me." This one-third buffer helps him to sleep with peace at night. Housel calls leverage the devil which can make us broke. Leverage, taking on debt to make our money go further, pushes routine risk into something capable of producing ruin. Usually, our optimistic approach with routine risk hides the possibility of failures, resulting in us underestimating risk consistently. To get around this, Housel thinks of his own money as barbelled. He takes risk with one portion and is terrified with the other. The idea is that though we have to take risk to get ahead, no risk can wipe us out is ever worth taking. Finally, Housel talks about unknown risks which almost by definition are impossible to avoid. He advises to avoid single points of failure. If many things rely on one thing working and one thing breaks, we are counting the days to catastrophe. The biggest single point of failure with money is a sole reliance on a paycheck to fund short term spending needs, and the trick to this is to create multiple streams of income and to simply save without any particular reason. Key takeaways from the chapter are: we have to plan our plan, not going to plan. Room for error lets us endure a range of outcomes. Don't invest all your cash. Having some in the bank gives options during surprises. Take risk with one portion of the money and be terrified about losing the other portion. Avoid a single point of failure. We don't need to save money for a specific reason.
With this, we have come to the end of this chapter. Stay tuned for the next one.